First, complete each statement below given that ABC is congruent to DEF. What is the first thing you are going to do?
Write them like up down.
Make my chart. So I'm going to do... What's happening? Is it frozen? Oh, there we go. I'm going to do ABC is congruent to what?
BC.
What? DEF. All right, now for angle A, what do we see right here with angle A? And an equal sign means to do what? An equal sign means your answer needs to be a number. So A goes with D, and so therefore D is 49, so A is 49. So this is not 49. What's my answer right here? 49 degrees. Sorry, I'm writing with my mouse. It looks ugly. Now, how do I find angle C right here? I'm going to add them together. 90. I don't know why it's not letting me write. Okay. I'm going to add 95 plus 49, and that gives me 144. And then what do I do? Subtract it from 180. What is 180 minus 144? 36 degrees is my answer for angle C. Does that make sense? This is a test question. Your test is next Thursday. Okay? What about angle E? What does E? E has nothing here. What does E go with? B, which is 95 degrees. BC. Here is BC. What does BC go with? EF. So my EF is what? 18 centimeters. If I give you units, please use them. DF. DF is this long one. What does DF go with? A and C. So what's AC? 20 centimeters. Am I going too fast? All right, last but not least, ED. What's different about this? It has a congruent sign. What does that congruent sign mean? And can y'all put a little line above it? It should have a line above it. ED matches with what? I have ED right here. It matches with BA. And make sure, again, you have a line above that. Do I have any questions about this warm-up? All right. If you can please put that away, and I would like you to look up after you're done putting it away. We are going to do some practice problems on the board. Real quick, which one of these proves that triangles are congruent? The one that says that word is actually not congruent. Remember, the bad word is not congruent. The three S's, those are congruent. Good job. What else? SAS is congruent. What else? ASA. Anything that has... AAA is not. AAA does not work. And my bad word does not work. What about AA? We didn't talk about it. So is it? If it only has two things, it doesn't work. All right. What about SSA?
No.
Why not? Isn't that the bad word just backwards? Yeah.
No.
What about SS?
No.
Why? It's only two. And then what about AAS? Yes. So these four, it's actually missing one. Does anybody know which one's missing? HL. HL is congruent, and so that one is missing. Okay? Now, what you are going to be expected to do, I actually need all of your computers closed, please. Shut them. Shut them. Please shut them all the way. All the way. Thank you. Or like most of the way. If you're saving something, I don't want you to mess it up. But you should not be looking at it. It should not be open enough for you to see. Thank you. You are going to be deciding, are these congruent? And then you're going to do something, write a congruent statement. So for instance, this one right here. What do I have here? What's this? A side. What's this? A side. What's this? And an angle. All right. Is my angle between my two sides? So this is SSA. However, what's special about this one? My angle is what? 90 degrees. So what does that make this? This is HL. Hypotenuse leg. Good question. Hypotenuse leg. Do you need to have that memorized? On your test, it's going to say HL. It's not going to say hypotenuse leg. HL, is HL congruent or not congruent?
Not congruent. It is.
HL is congruent. So now we need to do a congruent statement by doing our chart. Do y'all agree this triangle has an A, a B, and a C? What goes, I'm going to do different colors. What goes with A right here? Do y'all agree X goes with A? What goes with B? What has the 90 degree? Y. And then last but not least, what goes with C? So then you would say, ooh, triangle, sorry, my handwriting's bad. ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ. So on Monday, I was giving you these statements, right? Today, I'm going to have you create them. Okay? Let's do another one. What do I have here? I have two triangles. What's this? A side. What's this? What's this? Ooh, I should use a different color. An angle. Is my angle between my two sides? So this is my angle 90 degrees? So are these congruent? You would literally write not congruent. Okay, let's do another. Looking up. Oh, we gotta talk about this. Hold on. Hello? No, not yet. I'm gonna remind them today. I was gonna send out a message, remind today after school to say, oh, Miss Gandhi already got 20 things. Where y'all at? It's gonna make them bring things in. You can tell them my kids brought something. Lie. Tell them, yeah, we already have 20. We have 20. Tell them. Bye. Okay. This one right here. This is what we're gonna learn about today. Do y'all agree? All I have is a tick mark and an arch. So I have a side and an angle. Is that enough information? No. However, do you see how they both share this side? This is called the reflexive property. So what I would like you to now do is I would like you to get out the notes that you picked up when you walked in to my classroom.
I've been learning these fluxes like 4 months ago. 2 months ago.
Probably about 2 months.
I've been learning these fluxes now.
All right. Hey, y'all, I'm recording. Can y'all quit talking? All right. So, right here on these notes, can you flip to the side that has today's date on it? It says when two triangles are back to back, meaning they have a shared side. Underline that word, shared side. Do you agree right here, this triangle, they share a side? Can y'all bold it, like highlight it? I don't know. If you just have a pencil, just make it darker. We call this the reflexive property. And what the reflexive property states is Do you agree I have a triangle right here?
Yeah.
Do y'all agree I have a purple triangle right here?
Yeah.
Do you also agree I have a blue triangle over here?
Yeah.
And because I have two triangles and because they share the same side, do you agree if they share the same side, then that side is going to be the same length on both triangles?
Yeah.
For instance, if I say this is 5, do you agree it's going to be 5 on triangle ABC and ACD?
Yeah.
So if they share a side, I can put a tick mark. What's my shared side? AC. Put a line above it. So the reflexive property, and I know this is going to look weird, is AC is congruent to AC. Why would I write that something is congruent to itself? Because the first one is talking about AC on the purple triangle. The second one is talking about AC on the blue triangle. So although it's the same side, it's one side, if I were to cut this triangle, I would have two different ACs, but they're actually the same. So, what? I agree. Can y'all do me a favor? We messed up on these notes. So originally these notes were supposed to have tick marks and arches for you, but they forgot to add them. So can everybody please add a box right here and a box right here? And can you also add a tick mark here and a tick mark here? On this one, can everybody add a tick mark up top and a tick mark up bottom? And then 2 tick marks here and 2 tick marks here. Can y'all, this was supposed to already be on your picture. They just, and then on this one, can y'all do an arch and an arch there? And can y'all do a 90 degree here and a 90 degree here? Can y'all add those, what I just added, add them to your picture, please? I forgot to do that right off the bat. Yes. Nope. I'm going to show you. All right. Did y'all add all those things to your pictures? Okay, let's go back to the first one. Excuse me. Now I'm going to... Okay, sorry. Now I'm going to do my chart with A, B, and C. What's going to be the same as A in my purple triangle? A in my blue triangle. What's going to be the same as B in my... Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention something. What type of triangle is this? What case type? Sorry, what case type? Why SAS? I have a side and a side with an angle in the middle. So this is SAS. Are they congruent? Is SAS congruent? Yes. So now I can do this. So A is going to be congruent to A. What is going to be congruent to B? D. And what's going to be congruent to C? C. So then I would say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to do this multiple times because I know it's a little confusing. Look at BD. Do y'all agree they share BD? What can I add? And I'm going to add 3 because we already have 1 and 2. So what's my shared side? And what would be the reflexive property? Yes, you're just going to write it like that every time. If they have a shared side, they're back to back. Now, are these congruent triangles? What do I have here? So what do I have? Which property? Which case type? Do I have SSS on both of them?
Yes.
Yes, this is SSS. Is SSS congruent?
Yes.
Yes. So now I'm going to do my letters. I have A, B, and D. What is going to be the same as A right here? C. Be careful. What's going to be the same as B? B is not the answer. There's no E. A, B, do y'all agree B right here has 2 tick marks? Is in between 2 tick marks and 3 tick marks? What is in between 2 tick marks and 3 tick marks? D. So B goes with D. And then last but not least, so this one they're backwards a little bit, but that's okay. ABD is congruent to CDB. That one was weird. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to rewrite this on the bottom. We're going to end up folding this right here to glue. So I'm just going to rewrite that on the bottom. Sorry. Because that way you have it. Because we're going to fold and glue right there. Alright, last but not least. What is my share side on this one? AC. Do y'all agree AC shares right there? So what's the reflexive property? Put a tick mark there. What case type do I have? Do y'all agree I have an angle and an angle? Is the side between those 2 angles? So this is, I have 2 angles with a side not between. Is AAS congruent or not? Yeah. Remember, the bad word and AAA are the only ones that are not. Alright, and let's do, I have ABC. What goes with A? What has nothing on it? On the other triangle, C. What has a 90 degree? And then what has the little arch? So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CD. Okay, that is the reflexive property. Everybody say reflexive property. Everybody, reflexive property. Okay, turn your paper over. I'm almost done talking. I don't know. I don't know why, but this should be connected right here. It didn't. And that's an A, and that's a D. All right, what do you notice all of my pictures have on this one? They all have vertical angles. This is the vertical angle property. Right, Micah?
Yeah.
And whenever they have vertical angles, what did we learn a month ago about vertical angles? They're always what? Congruent. They are across from each other and they are congruent. So angle 1 is going to be congruent to angle 2. If you have 2 angles across from each other, vertical, you can always put arches. They're the same. Caitlin, you with me over there? Can you write that down? If you have vertical angles across from each other, you can always put the arches. So, I need to, we got to add things to these pictures. Sorry. Let me go look and see what I got to add. Okay, on this one, tick mark, arch. Okay, so I think it's tick mark, arch. On the other one, double tick marks. Here, here, here. Last one, arch. Okay. Please add those markings to your paper. All right, for my first one, I added these arches in. What type of case type is this first one right here? What do I have?
Angle.
I have two angles. Is the side between?
No.
No. So I have angle, angle, side. Is angle, angle, side congruent?
Yes.
Yes. So now I am going to do my statement. And every time on all of these, I'm going to do A, D, and E. All of these have A, D, E. Right? Yeah. Okay. What's going to go with A? What has one arch? C. What's going to go with D? What has nothing? And the vertical angle is E. So triangle ADE is congruent to triangle CBE. Is my answer. Wait, did you get confused?
No.
You got it? I want you to try to do the next two on your own. Go. You try to do the next two on your own. Add your vertical angle arches and then figure out the case type and the statement. You finished both? We need more time? Okay. Alright, for the middle one, did you put arches right here and right here? You have to have the arches there. And then angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. What's going to go with A? How do I know if it's B or C? The tick marks. What is A next to? Which tick mark? The 1. So what's going to go with A? C is my answer. Does that make sense why it's not B? Because B has 2 tick marks up here. That does not go right there. What goes with D? What goes with D right here? It has 2 tick marks. B. And then last but not least, E goes with E. So this is triangle CBE. Excuse me. Last one. You should have arches Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. What's going to go with A? C also has an arch. What's going to go with D? What has nothing? B, and then E will go with E. So triangle, C, B, E. Do I have any questions? All right, can you please open up your notebook? And you are going to glue this in. We already folded it, right? Fold it like that right there. And you're going to glue on this little flap onto page 29, please. Glue onto page 29. Drayton, can you pass it over here for me? All right, what you're doing for the rest of the class period, I gave them those. Those do not have For the rest of the class period, what you are doing is finishing this worksheet that I handed you and turning it in. Yesterday, I believe in this class, we did 10, 11, 12. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to explain the instructions. On the front, you're just finishing it like you did. Now we know how to do number 2, right? What can I do on number 2? What do I got to do right here to this line? Y'all look up real quick. What do I got to do on this line right here for number 2? Add a tick mark. And then now you can answer it. On the back is all about congruent statements. So, can y'all look up real quick at number 3? What is my case type right here? So that goes in the second blank. And in the first blank, you're going to do your chart and figure out your letters that go in there. So that's how you do the back. When you're done, you're turning it in, and I'm going to grade it in front of you to make sure that you get 100. If you don't, I will give it back so that you can fix it. All right? You can work together, work by yourself. Y'all have about 15 minutes to do these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15 problems. Go.